I wanted to talk about ending cycles, canceling out old toxic type of relationships. It's not easy completely cutting people off because of, often because of their title. We allow them or give them grace, okay? Or we give them credit they don't deserve. We allow them to abuse us. We allow them to control us. And it's like once you no longer give away that power to them, it gets really fucking rough. People get obsessed. People do things in secret to try to sabotage you. And it's like exes, friends, people will do things because they want attention, because they are now dying for your attention. You were like a source of food for them, okay, like energetic food. They boost their self-esteem off of making you feel bad, doing things to sabotage you, and then watching the cut be two-faced to you. They fed off that energy. Leaving your abusers is not easy. Walking away and literally starting over and not asking a single family member for help and strictly relying on outside resources is not an easy path. Is it possible? Yes. Is it easy? No. Literally not reaching out for a dime, not asking for any help, and just making sure it's you, yourself, and your kids, if you have any. If you don't, your dog, your pet, or maybe just you. It is so important to make sure that when you decide, okay, because this is a decision, and you might have had many failed attempts before, you might have given in, okay, like you're not going to do it anymore. You're not going to fall for the trickery, give into the guilt trips of not, and they'll even stoop so low as to use your own kids as an excuse to get back in your life and control you, just so they could try to manipulate your own children against you, okay? So that way the narrative that they've created, an illusion so it can go along with the illusion they've basically been painting for your life. Okay, they used you in a really disgusting way. Okay, sometimes we're born into karmic families. Our life lesson here is to escape or get out of that and branch out on our own, okay, to fulfill God's purpose and his will, okay, that he has assigned us to live out. And not everyone is going to come with you. Sometimes no one's going to come with you. Okay, sometimes it's just your kids. All right, this is for you to create a new legacy. This is for you to create a new generation of not only spiritual wealth but tangible wealth, and create generations of newness, okay, that are going to survive and not live in karmic cycles, okay, that has destroyed the family or little family you have left. Okay, asking for outside help, whether that be assistance, a shelter, changing your number. That means filing restraining orders so they cannot harass you or bother you. Okay, so you can move forward, okay, the way you are supposed to, without being constantly have somebody throw a wrench into your mix. It's hard and it's scary and it's not easy, because there's going to be a lot of alone time. You're going to have a lot of alone time with God during this time. That means you need to strictly, solely not feed into the fear. Do not feed into the bait, okay, because they will do anything possible to get your attention, to reel you back in. They will watch you in silence, okay? They will watch you. They will try to prey on you in any which way they can to get back in your life, to control your your story, to have some type of a control over what they wanted your ending to be. If you have to contact the authorities, then do that, because there's nothing wrong with having to live your life. You are not born here to be somebody's bitch, to be anybody's slave, to be harassed or used as a scapegoat. You're not anybody's safety cushion. God will deal with them. And when God deals with them, you definitely don't want to be in the way of God's wrath, because when somebody is being dealt with, like, you don't know what they have been doing behind closed doors. Like, you don't know why they're experiencing what they're experiencing, okay? Or going to experience, because most of the time it's like they start feeling the karma and then they want to run back to you. Okay, no, don't do it. Or, you know, people, it's like sometimes shit will happen back to back where it's almost like people won't even it sounds like unbelievable, okay? And it's like you're gonna have a lot of instability before shit gets stable to start over again, because it's like you're now you have to start over again, okay? And because you're starting over again, things are not going to be as easy because you've been around abusers, okay? Like, it's like you're comfortable with being the safety cushion. You're comfortable with allowing people to treat you like shit because they've broken you down. I forgot to put my seatbelt on. They have broken you down to a point where it's like they can just control you. And it's like, I feel like they're starting to receive some really heavy ass fucking karma. And let me just tell you, you do not want to be in the middle of that karma, okay? Because God is serving that ass, okay, with something that is extremely well deserved. So let God handle these people. You don't need to deal with the burden of somebody disrespecting you, treating you like shit, just doing anything that they possibly can to threaten you, to allow them to continue to abuse you. Okay, I even had my own mother like, well, you know what, it's about time for another call, you know? So that just confirmed right there that she had been the one calling at least 3 times a year. And it's like, damn, lady, how many times a year are you gonna call? You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy what people will do. I mean, even my own ex has, you know, set us up for setbacks. And it's like, how sad. Not even realizing what you're putting your own kids through. You're hurting the kids. You know, people, you know, family, they will do that. They see you get a little bit up, you know what I mean? They see you go up, and it's like, I had family that would watch me on social media, never comment on my shit, and not even like anything, but they would just sit and watch my stories. And it's like, why do you want to watch my stories if you're not going to like anything, if you're not going to comment on anything? I mean, like, never, not one comment. Like, nothing, okay? And it was always my story. So you know damn well they were lurking on my page. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, imagine all the... Oh, my eyes itchy. Imagine all the... You know what I'm saying? Look, that was a confirmation right there. The fact that my eye got itchy because they were watching. Okay? Because then my ex has gone to the extent to leak my information out. Okay? To have fraud happen. You know, out of revenge, because I filed a claim for child support on our 5 children. You know what I'm saying? Never once asked for a dime. You know, and it's like, people will do shit like that to you. People will do shit like that. You know, found out he has unemployment or was working or something like that, and I went and reported it because I feel like, you know, after over 13 years, our oldest daughter is 13 years old, you can pay up some type of responsibility. We've been in shelters, we've been in all kinds of different programs to help me as a single parent, and it's like, you know, then this guy comes with a spray can and starts hitting up on the wall across the street from where we live. Like, could it be any more obvious? You know what I'm saying? Look at this. My eyes so itchy. I'm telling you. It's because they're so nosy. It's like they can't figure out, like, why am I still not depressed? Why am I still not down? Why am I not angry about what they did? Okay? Why am I not, you know, lost my mind or something? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why does that bother you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does that bother you? That, you know, it's like people are just so nosy. Instead of focusing on themselves and healing themselves, they want to focus on you. Like, okay, to make my job harder as a parent, just to see us struggle, or if I'm going to talk about it on social media. And it's crazy because it's like, the more that this person keeps on doing shit like this, the more I keep exposed, like he gets exposed. You know what I'm saying? People will really go through hoops just to make sure people don't like you. You know, and people will believe it because it sounds believable, because it sounds good, because people want to believe the negative and never want to believe the actual story of the person. You know what I mean? Like, they never want to go and ask the person that they're being spoken about. You know what I mean? Or that they're hearing about what happened. You know, instead they're just like, damn, that's crazy. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's sad, but it's like, that just goes to show their character. And it's like, they could keep throwing all the magic, they can keep doing all that shit, and it's like, it doesn't faze me because God's on my side and I'm just focusing on me. Like, when you guys go through this process, it's not fucking easy. It's not easy. Like, I had to change my number that I had for so many years. Okay? You know, having to constantly put extra protection to hide your information, okay, because you don't want to be found. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's programs out there that they will hide your information, okay, because so this way your abuser doesn't find you. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are real life situations. It's like, people think that it's not real or it couldn't happen to them, and it's like, it does. I mean, for a long time I couldn't believe that it was, you know, and I was like, I knew, but I was just like really having high hopes that like it wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't gonna be true, that it wasn't, that you know, these people would, you know, I could earn their love somehow and just work really hard. And it's like, anything I did, it was like they just did anything to tear it down, almost like Cinderella in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, anything I did, you know, that was remotely outside of whatever level they wanted me to be on, it was like they were gonna make sure to go ahead and fucking do some trickery shit, destroy it, or throw a wrench in my shit, or put an obstacle in the way to distract me from, you know, living in God's purpose. So, you know, make sure you guys are discerning, okay, with the people that you guys are having in your life, okay, and that includes even friends. Like, I had even people like my ex would send people to like my own job, like my business, okay, like it was crazy, like okay. And then it was obvious because somebody that tried to hack into my Instagram, which I don't have anymore, but it's like, at that time, it was like, at that time, the Instagram I had, it was like, they, right after that like, I logged the person out, and I think it was an accident. Like, they didn't realize that I was online at the same time and that I could see what they were doing. So it's like, it showed their location on Thousand Oaks, and then it like, I logged them out. And then like that day, my ex requested me, okay, after I had put my account on private, then my stuff started getting hacked. You know what I'm saying? Or then people try to log into my shit or use my information because they want to see, they can't see what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want you guys to start listening to my vlogs, okay, about abuse, my videos on leaving your abusers, dealing with narcissists, even my own stories of, you know, me having to deal with these people in court, okay, and how life has been for me and my kids since I've had to leave my abusers and abusive family, okay, behind. Like, I hope that it brings some type of hope and clarity and understanding to others who are experiencing these types of things but feel like they don't have the strength to leave, or they feel like they're the only ones, or they don't know anybody who has this type of a story.